Today's story is chapter 19. Promises are to be kept. A young man was taking a walk one day when he came on a shabbily dressed little girl crouched by the side of the road, weeping as she clutched some broken pieces of pottery. Gently, he asked her what the trouble was. It seemed that she was an only child whose only parent was seriously ill. She had borrowed a 1 liter jar from the landlord and was on her way to buy milk when she dropped the jar and smashed it. She was crying in fear of a scolding. Feeling sorry for her, the youth pulled out his wallet and checked it. But he was a poor scholar, and the wallet was empty. "Come back here tomorrow at the same time," he told her. "I'll give you the money for another jar of milk." He shook hands with her and went on his way. The following day he received an urgent message from a friend. "A wealthy man is here, someone interested in sponsoring your work. He is leaving in the afternoon, so come right away." Yet going to meet the rich man would have meant breaking his promise to the little girl. The young man quickly sent this reply: "I have an important business today. I apologize for the inconvenience, but I must ask him to return another day." And he kept his promise to the child. The would-be benefactor at first took offense, but on hearing what had kept the scholar, he was thoroughly impressed and became his most ardent supporter. Some rich people can be touchy and difficult to deal with. They tend to think that their money entitles them to have their way in everything. Even those who are not rich will all too often break any promise and bend any principle for the sake of money, becoming its slaves. The Chinese character for making money is composed of elements that can be read trusted person. In other words, money comes to those who are worthy of trust. The basis of trust lies in keeping a promise regardless of its cost to oneself. Promises that cannot be kept should not be made. He who breaks a promise not only inconveniences others but inflicts damage on himself. Yeah, today's story is about one of the 6 parameters, keeping promises. 6 parameters means 6 types of good deed that Buddha encouraged us. Actually, if we practice one of them, we will end up practicing all the good deeds in the world. So those are the 3 representatives of all the good deeds in the world. And one of them is keeping promises. When I first heard this, I was very skeptic. Oh, why it's so important? I didn't understand it very well. But actually, this is very important. Uh, I cannot explain everything today, but yeah, it's the source of all happiness, and including material happiness and non-material happiness, which means true happiness. Even material happiness, which means money and status and such stuff, come to those people who keep promises. Yeah, if you have doubt, ask any successful business people. I think everybody will agree. They have to keep contracts, even though it might mean sacrificing themselves a little bit. once contract is made, business people have to keep it. And for those people who are walking on a spiritual journey, it's all the more important. Our purpose is not money itself, but of course we have 5 desires. One of them is desire for money. Of course, money is important. Money is necessary. And yeah, if we make it habit to keep promises, naturally those material happiness will come to us. And also, yeah, it's our important practice to move forward. This scholar, poor scholar in the story, was really adamant to keep his promise. I think he had a personal experience in the past. He must have been betrayed by somebody because somebody broke the promise with him, and I think he was really hurt. And then he might had a lot of self-reflection, and then he must have made strong determination. I will never do such a bad deeds to other people. I think that must have been his strong motivation to to make it habit to keep promises with people, regardless of status, social status, or money the other person had. It's really difficult to be like this poor scholar for ordinary people, but he should be our role model. Yeah, I think that's I think I can learn from this story. Good job, everyone.